Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Joyful Noise. This is episode 24 on September 18th. So glad to have you here today. We've got a fun show today, maybe a little bit slightly different than what we always do, but it'd still be a lot of fun. And so today's theme is the Southern Harmony. We've got a whole bunch of songs in the hymnal that are arranged or derived from tunes from the Southern Harmony. Now, you may be wondering what the Southern Harmony is. The Southern Harmony was a collection of hymn tunes, and usually in three-part arrangements, collected by William Walker in the mid-19th century. The first edition was published in 1835, followed by later editions that had a bunch of additions in 1840 and as late as 1853. There are over 300 songs in the Southern Harmony, including one of the earliest pairings of Amazing Grace with the tune New Britain, which is the one that we most closely associate with that text. All right, so this week we have 6 songs that have tunes that originate from the Southern Harmony. And so, without further ado, we'll go to our first one. For each of these, I'll have the arrangement of the original from the Southern Harmony. I'll have a MIDI rendition of that, and you'll see that, and then we'll sing the actual song. So the first song is called "Come Ye Sinners, Poor and Needy." Let's switch over here. This is a song written by Joseph Hart in the mid-18th century. The text was. He was a Calvinist preacher. This tune, although it's included in our hymnal today as number 340, it was never actually put in a hymnal by the Wesley brothers. John Hart kind of had a little bit of a theological disagreement with them sometimes. But this hymn became fairly popular in the United States in the late 18th century, and then later became more widely known by a publication by Dwight Moody of gospel hymns in the late 19th century. And the tune we hear here, it's set to many tunes. The tune here is called Restoration, which I'll move over here. And this was composed by James Carroll, and again is a part of the Southern Harmony. All right, so here is a MIDI arrangement of the original tune, and then we'll jump into the hymn from our hymnal.
Sinners, poor and needy, weak and wounded, sick and sore, Jesus ready stands to save you, full of pity, love, and power. I will arise and go to Jesus. He will embrace me with his arms, in the arms of my dear Savior. 10,000 charms. Come ye thirsty, come and welcome God's free bounty. Glorify true belief and true repentance, every grace that brings you light. I will arise and go to Jesus. He will embrace me with his arms, in the arms of my dear Savior. Oh, there are 10,000 charms. Come ye weary, heavy laden, lost and ruined by the fall. If you tarry till you're better, you
that was once again number 340. Come Ye Sinners, Poor and Needy, using the hymn or the tune Restoration from the Southern Harmony. Our next song this morning is number 724, on Jordan's Stormy Banks I Stand. This is a song with words by Samuel Stinnett, and in this case, this is much closer. This is the original text also from the Southern Harmony version of this. The tune used here is called Promised Land. It's from the very first edition of the Southern Harmony, and it was written by Miss M. Durham. But nothing else is known of her. We don't really know who Miss Durham is. We don't know much else. Just William Walker included her name with this tune. This tune is, if you're familiar with the Southern Harmony version, is originally in minor. But for this hymn, the Southern musician Rigdon McIntosh arranged it in a major key, so the hymn version in our hymnal is in a major key. I see a comment that the video has paused, so hopefully that's corrected by this point, but maybe the video is a little bit behind me now. I've got everything in the green on my end, so I don't know why that happens, but in any case, I'll keep going forward. And so we'll start with here's the tune Promised Land, and this is the original tune in minor, and then we will sing the version from the hymnal.
Stormy banks I stand, and can a wishful lie to Canaan's fair and happy land, where my possessions lie. I am bound for the promised land, bound, and I am bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land. O'er all those wide extended plains shines one eternal day. There God the Son forever reigns and scatters night away. I am bound for the promised land, bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land. No chilling winds or poisonous breath can reach that helpful shore. Sickness and sorrow, pain and death are felt and feared no more. I am bound for the promised land. I am bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land. When I shall reach that happy place, I'll be forever blessed. For I shall see my Father's face, and in his bosom rest. I am bound for the promised land. I am bound for the promised land. Oh, who will come and go with me? I am bound for the promised land.
So you get a very different feel for that tune when it's in the original version in minor. It has a different affect to it than when we have it in major here as it is in the hymnal. So very interesting contrast, I think, there. All right, the next song we're going to move to is, let's see. That's not it. Here it is. This one is number 2182 in The Faith We Sing. This is a newer arrangement of this tune. This is called When God Restored Our Common Life, written by Ruth Duck. Let's see. Dr. Ruth Duck was a UCC pastor and taught at a seminary in Evanston, Illinois, and is a really prolific hymn text writer, and her hymns are included in 14 different denominations' hymnals, and so very wide appeal for her. A big aspect of her work is that she's been a big advocate for inclusive language in hymn writing. That is, taking out a lot of gender-specific language in favor of something that's much more inclusive. And so you'll notice that, I think, in this hymn text she wrote for this. The tune is Resignation from the Southern Harmony. This version was harmonized by Eric Routley in the 1970s. So here is the original tune, and then we'll jump into When God Restored Our Common Life.
When God restored our common life, our hope, our liberty. At first it seemed a passing dream, a waking fantasy. A shock of joy swept over us, for we had wept so long. The scenes we wandered once with tears sprang up into a song. We went forth weeping, sowing seeds in our unyielding soil. With laughing hearts we carry home the fruit of all our toil. We praise the one who gave those who long for what is right, may justice now be blessed. We pray for those who mourn this day and all who suffer wrong. May seeds they water now with tears spring up into a song.
All right, once again, that was number 2182, When God Restored Our Common Life. The next song we're going to go into, we've done this, each of the next two songs we've done before on this program in the past. So these will be not quite so new, I think. Hopefully you remember them a little bit. So this is a song number 617, I Come With Joy. This is words by Brian Wren, another prolific hymn writer. And this is a song that was written intended to create a sense of joyfully coming to the communion table. And so this concluded a sermon series on communion that he was writing. The tune that he chose for this is Dove of Peace from the Southern Harmony. And so first, again, we'll hear the original, and then we'll go into the hymn from the hymnal.
I come with joy to meet the Lord, forgiven, loved, and freed. In awe and wonder to recall His life laid down for me. His life laid down for me. I come with Christians far and near to find us all are fed the new community of love in Christ's communion bread, in Christ's communion bread. As Christ breaks bread and bids us share each proud division ends, the love that made us makes us one, and strangers now are friends, and strangers now are friends. And thus with joy we meet our Lord, His presence always near. Is in such friendship better known, we see and praise Him here. We see and praise Him here. Together met, together bound, we'll go our separate ways. And as His people in the world, we'll live and speak His praise. We'll live and speak His praise.
So once again, that was I Come With Joy by Brian Wren, using the tune Dove of Peace from the Southern Harmony. All right, so next we're going to go to another one. This is a song that I included in our bird show a couple months ago. This is The Lone Wild Bird, number 2052. The original text was written by Henry Richard McFadden, who actually won third place in a hymn contest for this. And then Marty Haugen added a couple more verses to it. The music itself is from an arrangement of Prospect from the Southern Harmony, with that tune originally replaced with this text by David Johnson. And so here is the tune Prospects, and then we will sing The Lone Wild Bird.
The lone wild bird in lofty flight is still with you, nor leaves your sight. And I am yours, I rest in you. Great Spirit, come rest in me too. The ends of earth are in your hand, the seas are deep and far off land, and I am yours, I rest in you. Great Spirit, come rest in me too. Each secret thought is known to you. The path I walk my whole life through. My days, my deeds, my hopes, my fears, my deepest joys, my silent tears. In secret depths you knit my frame. Before my birth you spoke my name. Within my soul as close as breath, so near to me in life, in death. Oh, search me, God, my heart reveal. Renew my life, my spirit heal. For I am yours, I rest in you. Great Spirit, come rest in me too.
All right, once again, that was The Lone Wild Bird with the tune Prospect from the Southern Harmony. We've got one more Southern Harmony hymn today. Let's see. And this one is What Wondrous Love Is This? Number 292 in our hymnal. This is uses the tune name Wondrous Love. And so, as you might expect, this is pretty close to what we have in the Southern Harmony. The text, rhythm, and most of the notes match the same. The source for this is written in a natural minor, however, whereas the hymn in the hymnal has that sixth scale degree raised, making it in Dorian. I'm not sure about the performance practice. Midge would probably know how this would be sung in actuality in the Southern Harmony, but as is, it's going to sound a little bit different. The text dates as early as 1811, and the tune may date back as early as 1701, but it became more widely known in the second edition of the Southern Harmony in 1840. And so we're going to start. Here is the original arrangement from the Southern Harmony, and then we'll jump into the one from our hymnal.
What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul? What wondrous love is this, oh my soul? What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of bliss to bear the dreadful curse for my soul, for my soul, to bear the dreadful curse for my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul, oh my soul? What wondrous love is this, oh my soul? What wondrous love is this that caused the Lord of life to lay aside his crown for my soul, for my soul, to lay aside his crown for my soul? To God and to the Lamb I will sing, I will sing. To God and to the Lamb I will sing. To God and to the Lamb, who is the great I am. Whilst millions join the theme, I will sing, I will sing. While millions join the theme, I will sing. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing and joyful be. And through eternity, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And through eternity, I'll sing on.
All right. And so that was number 292, What Wondrous Love Is This? And I see confirmation in the comments from Midge that the original, they do sing it in Dorian in the original arrangement. So while it's not written as such, the performance practice is to raise that 6th scale degree there. All right. Well, it's come that time again. We've only got our closing song to go, so thank you for being with me this week. This was a fun program to put together and explore this music a little deeper. One note before we go today is that in October 1st, Facebook is changing some requirements regarding what kinds of videos they're going to be allowing us as a live stream. And one of the things that they're going to be prohibiting is a, quote, musical listening experience. And so it seems like come October, we're going to need to find a new platform. This will probably be YouTube, because that's the other kind of open platform that the church has an account with, and so it'll probably be on YouTube, and so that link, if we do move there, we'll put that link every Thursday in the newsletter. And so in the Joyful Noise section, we'll have a new link every Thursday for that stream. It'll be pre-scheduled so that you can just get that link even a couple minutes before it starts and join in as usual, and then it'll be archived on YouTube after the fact. So that's my plan. So next week we'll be on Facebook as usual. Come October, it'll probably be on YouTube on a new platform because of some rule changes. But in any case, as always, requests at kyle@santaumc.org. Thank you for being here this week, and here's our closing song. Once again, thank you for being with me and another week of singing and music, and I pray that God is with you all until we meet again, and I'll see you right here at the same place next week at 4:30. Have a great week, everyone. God bless.